Jeanne.
Hi, Jeanne. Hold on.
I'm 60. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, 60 is the age when nobody cares what you do anymore. That's what I'm doing here. I figure there's only 25 years left for humiliation if it goes really badly. I guess it's okay being 60. Although it's such a it's more about that it's a strange number. When I hear that number in my head, it's accompanied by that Law and Order sound. Dum dum. I'm 60. Dum dum. Dramatic stuff happens when we hear that sound. We'll see how dramatic it is as I'm having the early bird special at Friendly's. Nobody really wants to hear you complain about being 60. Somebody invariably says, well, consider the alternative. So I only get two choices, this or death. If you want me to consider an alternative, how about the one where my knees still bend and my boobs aren't reaching down to help? How about the one where I don't need a chip clip to hold my neck together? I hear some laughs of recognition out there. Dum dum. It is all about change, though. When I was a kid, my two favorite words were chocolate chip. And by the time I went to college, my two favorite words were nickel bag. Those were the days. By the time I get to be 40, my two favorite words were rolling rock. And now at 60, my two favorite words are comfort waistband. Words are tricky, though. Words are very tricky. We use words sometimes to cover up how mean we are. Have you noticed how that expression, I love him to death, is always followed by the word but? Always. My friend Charlene, I love her to death, but damn, she's a lazy whore. This is really the counterpart of that well-known Southern custom of saying the most rude and vile things about people and getting away with it because you follow it up with, bless his heart. My uncle's the cheapest bastard I ever met. Bless his heart. Yeah, my sister, she's a crazy lying bitch. Bless her heart. Yeah, I don't like and trust, I really don't trust people who speak with only half their voice. You know, it all sounds really sweet and nice. Yeah, fine, yeah, good, I'm good, everything's fine. This scares me, actually. I think that there's probably a lot of anger in there, and I do not want to be around when that volcano blows. And then there's the people who speak in their full voice all the time, like they grew up in a gymnasium. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, though, this comes in handy. I saw a mom and a 7-year-old boy walking out of school the other day. The kid, oblivious, steps off the curb and into the road. The mom plants her feet and goes, "Stop!" You'd have thought that kid was connected to a bungee cord. He stopped. He stopped. You have to be careful how you use words in front of kids, littler kids, though. They take everything you say very literally. My 5-year-old granddaughter looked at me the other day with a very concerned face and said, "Can you actually shit your brains out?" Be careful. rather unusual profession. I'm a tarot card reader. Make my living doing that. And there is a lot about tarot that people just don't understand. There's lots of stereotypes around what I do. People are always asking me, can you give me the lottery numbers? Well, honey, if I knew the lottery numbers, would I be standing here in Lisbon, Maine? Maybe. But I would have two new favorite words, Cabana Boy. People also think that the information in a tarot reading comes from a magical, mystical megaphone in the sky, and that the fates have spoken. So if you're the client and you're sitting there, you're either good to go, or you're totally fucked. Tarot does not work on guaranteeing an outcome. If you need something with a guarantee, you really should buy a toaster. People may think that tarot readers are a little strange, but I have had some clients that make me look like a young Republican. Take Marge, for instance. Marge has a horse. Jane, I'm thinking about moving to another state, and I'm wondering if my horse would be happy in the new location. Well, Marge, we can take a look at that. Jane, do you think horses know stuff people don't? You know, like how dogs can hear things that people can't? Do you think that maybe my horse already knows where we're moving to? Well, gee, Marge, maybe, I don't know. And then Marge says, let me ask Samantha. Yes, definitely, Samantha says, definitely the horse knows where we're going and he can't wait to get there. Who is Samantha? Samantha is the client's dead cat. Marge just asked her dead cat if her horse was psychic. How about those horse people, huh? So, I'm looking for a good man. Anybody seen a good man?
I have.
Tony, I got nothing.
I've got nothing. So I was divorced in 1988. Some of you weren't even born yet, I'm pretty sure about that. And at the time I'm thinking, this is good. I got a little time to myself, figure a few things out. In a couple of years I'll get remarried. 25 years. It actually turns out that being single is like drowning, in that once you quit resisting and relax into it, it's actually quite pleasant. Now, don't confuse not being married with not having sex. That would be like confusing being married with having sex. Married people in here. Not having sex is not exactly the problem, although there have been a few New Year's Eves when the resolution was to have an orgasm with someone else in the room. As I've been looking around, I've noticed that there seem to be three kinds of men living in the state of Maine. Guys who wear gym pants, guys who wear Carhartts. Yeah. This is a Carhartt crowd for sure. And guys who wear linen pants. Now I'm a multi-pant kind of girl. I can go in a couple of different directions here. I'm not really particular about that. But my friend Jeremy Buck seems to think that women will never be really satisfied with any man wearing pants until they invent a chocolate penis that ejaculates money. Those are not my words. Those are Jeremy Buck's words. And I think there little harsh, actually. If that's a little harsh, it doesn't have to be chocolate. Part of my problem is that I'm really not good at being friends, whatever that means, after a relationship is over. If your penis has spent a lot of time in my vagina, I'm really not interested in hanging out with the rest of you when it's over. I really do not care. The younger people are going, ew, old people are having sex, make it stop. My head hurts, make it stop. We don't think of ourselves as old, though. Not Betty White old, anyway. Although I'm pretty sure Betty's getting it, because you don't get to be 90 and be that happy unless, you know, something's happening. Look at her next time. She's smiling way too big for somebody who's 90. I am a little worried, though. As I look around at the people I know who are having babies right now, everybody's having girls. Everywhere I look, I see baby girls. And it makes me wonder if Mother Nature is reducing the number of men on the planet. This concerns me. I picture Mother Nature contemplating this move. It's come to my attention that matters between men and women have become a bit of a sticky wicket lately. Women want men, but they don't need them like they used to. It isn't like the old days when we needed them to hunt boar for supper. Men are confused. But can we shrink the man's staff and still keep the system up and running? We really must cut back on the dead wood around here. And then Mother Nature realizes that 8% of the population is lesbian. I feel better already. The wood is already dead to this segment of the population. Now, I don't really know if Mother Nature is downsizing on men or not. But guys, you gotta know that someday, somewhere, a woman in a white coat is gonna figure out how to create your junk. And when that day comes, and sperm is taken off the table, I hope you have something else to bring to the party. Because we don't need you to hunt boar. And the truth is, we need you more for a good talk than a good roll in the hay. We can fuck ourselves. So come on, you resourceful Maine men. You determined, strong Maine men. I believe in you. I know you can do it. And I will be rooting for you. New Year's Eve is right around the corner. I'm Jeanne Fiorini. Thanks a lot.